Hey Aries, we're gonna focus on work, 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 work. Because, ooh, the Empress is at the bottom. Well, you don't see coming. I just noticed that. All right. They want you to know whatever you've been doing, you've been progressing quite well. It's taken a long time, but they want you to know your efforts are going to pay off soon. Stay on course for like 2 to 3 more months, is what I'm hearing. Okay. You You doing some inner work in the past is what helped you put your life on the in the right direction. And I don't want to say right, like because any direction you take could be right, but the one that will make you the happiest, the one that'll make you feel the freest. They want you to continue doing the inner work because that is what's propelling you forward and helping you make progress. That's what the long slog has been about, is the healing component, the spiritual work and the healing component. It's not really the physical things you're doing, but the emotional things, the emotional body that needed some time to. It's a source is not going to show you everything that needs to be healed. Boom. That would be like hitting a wall at 100 miles an hour, just showing everything that needs to be changed and all of that. So they do it in steps, in a process. And it'll go, for me personally, when I did my healing for a long period of time, I would have 3, 4 bad days in a row, and then I would have one really good day. Then I'd have like a week of bad days in a row, and then I would have 1 or 2 good days. And it went like that for a little while after I went through my spiritual awakening. But then it started shifting to where I would have 2 bad days and then 2 good days. And it was like kind of evening out. And then it started shifting to, I'm just explaining so you guys can have an idea of what you can go through. And then it started shifting to, I would start out the day being really, really goosed up and happy because they knew something was going to come later that day that was going to make my energy dip even further. Okay. So they made sure I stayed really high in the first half of the day so that when the tower moment came or whatever, that I didn't go all the way back here, but I just went here. It's like I just did this a little bit. But the truth is, if you start out up here, you only go back here. Um, they want to point out the reason things feel so intense right now when it comes to your emotions is because you are very, very sensitive because of your heightened vibration. It's like this is the next leg that they're going to work on with you. Say it again. They don't want me to go there. All right, fine, 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 fine. Okay. You're I'm speaking to someone that's very psychic. Like you just know things, like premonitions, seeing things before they happen, or finding out what's going on without really doing any research. You just know things. And that's another reason that the spiritual work is so important, because whatever you do with this spiritual work is something going to be tied to your future. All right. It's going to be something tied that brings you in prosperity. Now, in the future, they want you to put your demands on the table. Okay, if it's asking for a raise or if it's asking for more money, if it's a new job, just going back and forth with the salary. They want you, like, they don't want you to just accept the first offer. Okay, they tapped my left foot. They're saying the first offer would be a lowballed offer, and they don't want you accepting it because you deserve a lot more. I also heard that It's a business tactic for people to do that, offer you less money unless you've like been working there for a long time and they can see your value, how valuable you are. It's really hard for them to make a decision like that, and want to offer you more money because they haven't really seen your value so much. But what I'm getting here is somehow they have seen your value. Your value is evident. It is very evident. And it's almost like the organization or company or manager wants to offer you something low to see if you will speak up. To see if you will speak up for yourself. Like, I think I deserve more than that. Something also about to think about is looking at the market and how much each job, whatever this job is that you're going towards, or career, they want you to look at the market value for salary. Use that as a base. Okay. Again? Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so whatever you do, you work well with others, okay? Head of a company, salesperson, counselor, diplomat, or healer. I'm just getting a healing kind of vibe. But you can be a healer in many different forms. You could be working at McDonald's and be a healer. Doesn't matter. If you find that your chest, like you start to get nervous when you're around people and your throat starts to close up, there are some new grounding techniques that are going to come your way to help you ground that energy until you're like fully dominant in your vibration more often than not. Yeah, it's like almost like source is pushing you out of one comfort zone. It's like your work situation, like you're outgrowing it. So either you've already left or you're in the process of thinking about leaving a job because you have higher goals and standards. For the psychic intuitives out there, you may have to navigate through the dark to get through something. Like use your intuition and your psychic abilities to make decisions. That is going to be your ally, your best friend right now. And that nervousness just came right back in my chest and in my back. You've got this. Whatever obstacles that you see, they're telling me you're making them mountains when they're really molehills. Because you don't see, like, you can't see the way that Source sees. You're not seeing everything and how it's going to play out, but Source is. And they want you to relax and chill out some more when it comes to whatever circumstances you're going through here. Um, they want you to know that fortitude and strength are two of the biggest components of growth in your life. Your ability to pick yourself back up time and time again is inspiring. That's interesting. I'm seeing blue eyes a lot. So we got a blue-eyed snake, we got a blue-eyed woman here. That may be significant for someone. Let's see what they want with the tarot. Resistance. Ooh. All right. Those really did not want to shuffle, and that to me means resistance. See, still getting caught. I feel like I should do it one more time. All right. Ooh. I just heard a Pisces is significant. Oh my God. This is why you don't need to be worrying about the burdens. You've got the Sun, the Ten of Cups, and the Two of Cups. There's some type of relationship, partnership coming your way that is going to be immensely valuable to you in anything that you're going through. Are you like popular somehow? I don't know. Do you have a social media following or do you do something online? Because somebody has seen it and their jaw kind of, it just drops. Because what you do makes so much sense to them, but they're also terrified at the same time. Your advice here is to keep focusing on your happiness as much as possible. There will be times when you need to shed layers of pain, right? So you will cry. But they really want you trying to focus as much as you can on positivity, focusing on birds, the clouds in the skies, anything that you possibly can, as much as you can. You are going to find the more that you do this, the more things heal in a family situation. And it's almost like you're leading a healing revolution. It's interesting. You're doing this, and then it's like as you heal, you get everything you want. There's a lot of happiness and love on here. A lot of it's like it just, and it's not just like a family or romantic relationship. It feels like a family relationship, but not really a family you're born into. A family you choose is what it feels like. Um, but I'm getting an energy here, like where let's just say you're in relationship with this one person, and all of these people here are their family members or friends or coworkers, right? And then it's like this is you and one person, and this is all of their family and friends here. They all value you. They all respect you and they all love you, which is going to be a shock to your heart because you're not used to being so accepted. But this is going to be your new norm, so get used to it. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. Peace and love.